Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to Eagles vs Packers NFC East Wildcard Preview on Steampunk Sports and Steampunk Sports Pennsylvania, and we're also live on the Steampunk Sports Facebook. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe on both channels. Greatly appreciate it. We got a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. First off, the Philadelphia Eagles defeated the New York Giants last week. We already knew that was going to happen. It was not a game worth to be excited for. Basically all the starters were sitting out. They were resting. They didn't even want to play, so they just sat them out, and they didn't want to risk any injury. So none of the starters played, and yes, I am still kind of ticked off. It's going to take me a little bit until Saquon Bart, he's not going to get the record. He didn't get the record. The season's over. So with that being said, guys, yeah, let's just could not get it done. He had a chance, but knowing the Eagles, they were not going to risk it. So other than that, yep. Now let's just get right into the game. The Philadelphia Eagles are against the Green Bay Packers right here at the link Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We get a Sunday primetime slot. I really wanted it to be a 1 o'clock game. I love 1 o'clock games, you know. You can eat lunch during the games. You don't have to wait until hold on. You don't have to keep on looking at the clock and see how late it is and all that. You don't have to worry about any of that. You really don't. All you gotta worry about is just enjoy the game, and then once the game is over, you can enjoy the rest of your day and night. So I prefer the Eagles game to be on a Sunday at 1, but we got it at 4:30. I'm not going to complain. And right after the Philadelphia Eagles take on the Green Bay Packers, right here on Steampunk Sports in Steampunk Sports Pennsylvania, Steve Fuentes and I will be hosting the Eagles post-game show, First and Feathers, right here on Steampunk Sports in Steampunk Pennsylvania. Make sure you guys tune in to that. Let's just get it off with Jalen Hurts, guys. It looks like Jalen Hurts, after being off of concussion protocol for the last 3 weeks, it felt like 3 weeks, but you guys know what I'm saying. He's been out on himself for a while. He's actually going to play. For me, I'm just like this, right? When you look at the Miami Dolphins, right? When you look at the Miami Dolphins, their medical staff is just garbage, right? Tua gets so many concussions, and then he gets right back into it. It's like bring him right back in the next week, you play, or right in the same game. That was not the case for the Philadelphia Eagles now. That was not the case. They really took their time. They really wanted to make sure he was 100% ready to go, and that is what they did. He is ready to go on Sunday against the Green Bay Packers. Now, we all seen Kenny Pickett and Tanner McKee play when Jalen Hurts got injured. It's not a pretty sight. It is not a pretty sight. Tanner McKee, he throws the ball well. He has very nice arm accuracy and all that. Kenny Pickett can do whatever Kenny Pickett can do. It's just we're better with Jalen Hurts, and that proves that this team is just like not a plug and play. You know how when everyone wanted to trade for Jalen Hurts, right? They all wanted him to trade for Jalen Hurts. You do that. They wanted him traded for any quarterback and be undefeated. That's not the case now. That is honestly not the case. They built this offense around Jalen Hurts, and it's been working all season long. They went on a 10-game winning streak with Jalen Hurts as their quarterback. As your quarterback, right? Yeah, they went on a 10-game winning streak with Jalen Hurts as your quarterback. They did lose the Commanders the week after. That is because Jalen Hurts was out. So if it wasn't for Jalen Hurts getting injured in that game, I truly believe that we would have won by like 4 or 5 touchdowns. That's like it's crazy to even think of that. It's crazy to even think of that. So Jalen Hurts is playing very, very good here. Very, very positive. Really love it. And now it's just crazy. It is simply crazy how Jalen Hurts was out for 2 weeks. Now he's playing. We're ready to go. We got all the starters and everything. I am more than confident. I am more than confident against the Green Bay Packers. If you look at their schedule, we're going to take a look at their schedule in a little bit. If you look at their schedule, they did not really play like tough teams. Jordan Love is one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. They got Xavier McKinney, they got Jair Alexander. They have some dogs in the secondary, some dogs on the defensive side, but I don't know if they can really contain AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley. I really don't think that. This is the most confident I have ever felt this season about the Philadelphia Eagles. Normally, I'm like, it's any given Sunday or whatever. You get it. It's any given Sunday. Any team can win. But when you look at this roster compared to the Green Bay Packers, this is the toughest matchup that they're going to play all season. We did defeat them in Brazil in week one. In week one, we defeated the Packers in Brazil. This is the home game that all the Eagles fans wanted. No one really wanted a game in Brazil. I was all for it. I was all for it because I love the different sceneries. I'm always good for change. But diehard Eagles fans who have season tickets, they did not want that. They did not want to lose a home game so the Eagles can go to Brazil. They didn't want it. And then now the Eagles get their chance to play at the link in front of the home fans against the Green Bay Packers, and they all get the home game that they wanted. That's what they all get, man. That is what they all get. Oh, it is perfect for the Eagles fans. It is really perfect for the Eagles fans right now. The way I'm looking at it, right, when you look at its offense compared to Green Bay Packers defense, right? When you look at that, you cannot ask for a better matchup. In my opinion, you cannot ask for a better matchup. Like there are some people that wanted the Commanders as like, a little bit of a get back against when the Eagles lost to them, they wanted to get back. They wanted their get back and they got it. Yeah, they did not get it. They did not get it. So this is a much better matchup in my opinion. I think the Commanders are better than the Packers. I really do. Not Jordan Davis, oh my god, Gene Daniels has been playing out of his mind. He's been play but that's enough about the Commanders. That is really enough about the Commanders. So, yeah, really, really excited for this game. Really am. Let's just look here. Let's just look at the Green Bay Packers schedule. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's look at the Green Bay Packers schedule, and I would tell you exactly what I'm at. Here, I just got it right here. The Packers lost to the Eagles, right? Hold on. Hold on a second. Here, let's just pull up the Packers schedule real quick. So when you look at the schedule, right, for the Green Bay Packers, in the beginning of the season, obviously, they lost to us. They beat the Colts. They beat the Titans. They lost to the Vikings. They beat the Rams. They beat the Cardinals. They beat the Texans, who are the Texans are going downhill. They beat Jacksonville. They lost to Detroit by. They beat Chicago. They beat the injured, depleted San Francisco 49ers. They beat the injured Miami Dolphins. They lost to the Detroit Lions. They beat Seattle. They shut out New Orleans. They lost to the Vikings, and they lost to the Bears. They've been losing to all the good teams. The Green Bay Packers have been losing to all of the great teams. Look, look, I'll show you again. Let me show you again. Eagles, obviously. The Colts, they won. Titans, they won. Obviously, the Titans got the first overall pick. They lost to the Vikings. They beat the Rams. That's actually, I think it's like an E. Cardinals, not a good team. Texans, who are going down slope. Jaguars, they were god awful, god awful all week, all season. Detroit Lions, the best team in the NFC. They beat the Bears, one of the worst teams in the league. They beat the Niners, one of the most injured teams in the league, one of the most injured teams in Miami Dolphins. They lost to the best team in Detroit. They beat Seattle. They didn't even make the playoffs. They beat the Saints, who sucked. Minnesota Vikings, again they lost. And they lost to Chicago on the last second field goal. So this is exactly what I'm telling you. The Philadelphia Eagles, guys, are the toughest team that the Green Bay Packers had to play. The toughest team that the Green Bay Packers had to play all season long. You can make an argument for the Detroit Lions, for the Minnesota Vikings, but when it comes to the good teams, they could never get over that hump. So, with that being said, this is actually a very good sign for the Eagles, man. Very, very, uh, very, very good sign for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm all for it. Yeah. And then here's one thing I ask of Nick Sirianni. One thing I ask, right? Just let Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio do their thing. I I don't want the Nick Sirianni to do any of the play calling. None. Zilch. Whenever Nick Sirianni does not do anything, the Eagles win. He is actually the X factor once you think about it, because he is not the best play caller. He is not. When you look at the coaching, obviously you have to go to one of the both of the best in the biz. You can make an argument for Kellen Moore. You can make an argument for Vic Fangio, who I think if there was a defensive coordinator of the year, he should have won it. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with that statement. I'm gonna keep on sticking with that statement. So yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles, man, are taking on the Green Bay Packers. It's playoffs, man. Something we have all been waiting for. This is the moment where you put it all on that field, man. You put your best players out on that field. You just play football, man. You win, you go on. You lose, you go home. That's it. That's it. But let's just go to the offensive side of the ball, because I really think that this is going to be a run game. I really truly believe this is going to be a mostly a running game with Saquon Barkley against Josh Jacobs and the offensive lines. I'm telling you, it's going to be really, really close. It's going to be close, and it's going to be a dogfight. This is going to be a dogfight. When the Philadelphia Eagles are on a roll here, it's because of Saquon Barkley. It is because of Saquon Barkley, man. And we still have the top 3, top 5 wide receiver in this league in A.J. Brown, who I think they can't even contain they can't even contain AJ Brown. So, and then when you look at Devontae Smith, one of the best route runners in the league today at his young age, it's gonna be tough, man. And the biggest one of them all, the biggest one of them all, Dallas Goedert. When you look at Dallas Goedert, he's not only the best, one of the best tight ends in this league. It's not just that. You know what it is? His blocking ability. The blocking ability is a whole game changer. It's a whole different dog. It's a whole different animal. Because once you saw Calcaterra in the game, he could not block worth anything. He could not block at all. When you look at Dallas Goddard, one of the best blocking tight ends in the league, and that helps Saquon Barkley by far, alongside the best, oh my God, the best offensive line in the league. That is, hold on, let me say that again. I was doing good too. All right, I'm gonna say this again because I did not like how that turned out. Dallas Goedert is a whole game changer. When you look at Dallas Goedert, he's not only one of the best tight ends in the league, he is one of the best blocking tight ends in the league. When you had Grant Calcaterra in the games last week, when Goddard was not there, the blocking was atrocious. It was god awful. Players were just going right around him to get to Jalen Hurts or whoever was quarterback, Kenny Pickett, Kenny McKee. They would do anything that they want in order to get the quarterback with Grant Calcaterra there. Now, when you have Dallas Goedert alongside the best offensive line in the league, it is a whole game changer. I love it. I honestly love it. I would love it more if Kellen Moore would give the ball to Dallas Goedert in the middle of the field. I would love that a whole lot more because Goddard did not have one of the best seasons in his career. He got injured twice. I think he only had like 5 touchdowns, something like that. But Dallas Goedert, his blocking ability is game changing. It is game changing for this Eagles team. We got to keep him around just for the blocking purposes alone. Alone. I love it. You gotta love it. And that's gonna help Saquon Barkley a whole lot. A whole lot. So yeah, Dallas Goedert, game changer. That is actually, I know I jokingly said Nick Sirianni's X Factor. It's Goddard. Just on the blocking alone. Just on the blocking alone, it's Dallas Goedert. And then now when you look at the defensive side of the ball, the defensive line, just Jalen Carter, especially Jalen Carter. This guy has been unbelievable throughout this entire season. He's getting comparisons to like a Warren Sapp, like those kind of dogs they're getting comp comparisons from. That is a huge, huge uh not accomplishment. It is a huge compliment. It is a huge compliment to Jalen Carter. Huge compliment to Jalen Carter, man. If it wasn't for Jalen Carter, this defensive line would not be as good as what it is now. Jalen Carter, he's in the Pro Bowl. He deserves it. He's going to be one of the best. He already is, but he's going to be one of the best defensive tackles in the league. Jalen Carter's got to do whatever he can to get to Jordan Love. He has to do whatever it takes to get to Jordan Love. If it wasn't for, if Jordan Love did not get injured, I would have been a little more nervous, but he's going in there a little banged up. He's going in there with a little banged up with his throwing hand or his funny bone. So we got to take advantage of that. The Philadelphia Eagles got to take advantage of Jordan Love not being 100%. If he's not 100%, send the house. Send the house, especially Jalen Carter. And then my God, when you look at this defense that's getting to the quarterback, it is so like entertaining. And what I mean by that, we are getting a defense that teams are afraid to play against. I mean, look at this defensive line. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, who did not have the best of years, and then once you put Mel Williams in there, I'm telling you, and the linebackers, Zach Vaughn, Jacoby Dean, my God, we actually have linebackers now. We actually have linebackers. When you look at the corners, Darius Slay, Quinion Mitchell, and Cooper DeJean. You have Garner Johnson as your safety. This defense is giving me the old 2000s vibes. It's giving me the old 2000s vibes, man. With Troy Vincent, Brian Dawkins, uh, Sheldon Brown. We originally had the Legion of Boom, guys. I know people called the Seattle Seahawks the Legion of Boom, but it's not that. It was the Eagles back in the 2000s. We are getting that defense together, and I love every second of it. I love it. They're not afraid to do the best hits. They're not afraid to put them on their behind. They're not afraid of that. They are not afraid to do whatever it takes to win. And this defense has helped this offense tremendously throughout the season. There were multiple times when the offense could not get it going, and the defense was getting continuous stops, left, right, and center, drive after drive after drive. They were getting stops. That is the best thing about this defense is getting stops. Let's look at their depth chart. I want to look at the Philadelphia Eagles depth chart real quick. Because I still want to talk about this defense. See, look at this. Hold on, let me take this off real quick. So let's look at this front line. Mel Williams, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, and Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith Jr. has been playing unbelievable this season. Not a lot of people are talking about Nolan Smith. You got to put some respect on his name. Whenever he became the number one in defensive line, he he was tearing it up. He was doing great. Same with Josh Sweat, Jack Vaughn, and Jacoby Dean. We actually have linebackers, guys. We actually have linebackers. And then once you look at the safety, Reed Blankenship again. I love Reed Blankenship, dude. Hold on. Reed Blankenship, guys. Let's talk about Reed Blankenship real quick. People may not like him. People may not think he's like one of the best safeties out there, but he makes clutch plays in a time of need. Whenever you need a pick down the wire, that is your guy. He makes the biggest interceptions in the big time moments. That is exactly what you need for this Philadelphia Eagles team when it comes to the playoffs. You need that guy to step up. You need him to be at the right time, reading the quarterback. Where's the quarterback going to throw? And he will pick that off. I think Reed Blankenship deserves more respect. I think Reed Blankenship is underrated. If you don't think Reed Blankenship is good, please let me know if you're watching this now or you're watching this on replay. Let me know in the comment section below because I think he deserves more respect. Just of coming up clutch. Just for coming up clutch. That is what the Eagles need. They need players who step up in the big time moments. That's what this defense entails. Jalen Carter, Zach Bond with his tackling ability, Jacoby Dean. Everyone forgets that he had that game winning interception. We have players that can step up. William Mitchell has not. He only let up one touchdown short. Only one touchdown short in his whole rookie year. It's just so fun just to talk about this defense alone. It really is because once you looked at it last year, going that collapse to what we have now, oh my god! Like what? A huge turnaround. That is why I have to give Vic Fangio Defensive Coordinator of the Year. If that was actually an award, if that was actually an award, I would give him that award. All right, let's get back to this depth chart real quick. Let's just get right back into that. Cooper DeJean, Cooper DeJean, right? Everyone in the beginning of the season. Hold on, hold on a sec. Cooper DeJean, right? Cooper DeJean. People in the beginning of the season wanted him to be the slot corner instead of Avonte Maddox, and Avonte Maddox is garbage. The guy can never stay healthy. The guy's barely on the field, and once he's on the field, he's a liability. Everyone attacks him. So when you have that, and then you have Cooper DeJean replacing him, my God, what a huge difference, man! What a huge difference maker that guy is. And with Brent Covey out, he's the guy that was returning punts, returning kicks. This guy is just a valuable asset to have, especially in man coverage. In man coverage compared to Avonte Maddox, it's a whole it's leaps and bounds better than what Avonte Maddox has done. It has been like a huge what is the word I'm thinking of? It has been a pleasure? No. It's been a huge impact. Cooper DeJean has been making a huge impact every single game. Like, hey, they're gonna be your corners for the rest of their career. I'm just curious who's gonna take over Slay's spot when he doesn't come back, but that's a topic for another show, preferably during the off season. Not now. We're in the playoffs, man. We got to talk about the playoffs. And the Philadelphia Eagles are the best. I think they're a top two team in the NFC. I really truly believe they're a top two in the NFC. You have the Lions and the Eagles. Just it is truly amazing because once you look at the first 4 weeks, the Eagles were 2-2. Everything was sloppy. It was not going the Eagles' way. Nick Sirianni, everyone wanted him gone. Everyone wanted him fired. And then after the bye week, we go on a 10-game winning streak. Like, you can't make this up, bro. You cannot make this up. This team is special. This team is special. Now, if the Eagles don't get it done, this will be a what if. This will be a big what if they don't get the Super Bowl. A big what if. I am more confident about this team than I have been all season right now. I am so confident right now. It is insane. You know what? I'm just going to give you guys my prediction now. The prediction for this game, I got the Eagles winning. I'm going to go 30 to 14. I'm going to go 30 to 14 because I don't think the Green Bay Packers can contain Jalen Hurts. I really truly believe Jalen Hurts has gotten even better since the first game. The first game in Brazil, the field was terrible. Um, the travels and all that. I'm not making an excuse. That was not his best game. But now, when you look at this team now, at the end of the season, going into the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. and it's a whole different animal. I am glad that we got the Green Bay Packers. I am so glad that we got the Green Bay Packers. I am. Yeah. All right. Let's go into let's go into Jake Elliott. Okay. I want to talk about Jake Elliott real quick. Jake Elliott is the weakest link of this team. What does that tell you? What does that tell you guys when Jake Elliott is the weakest part of this team? A lot. It tells you a lot. Jake Elliott has not been the best this year. Let's be fat. Let's be true here. Not every kicker has been the best this season. All kickers have had their misses. Justin Tucker, one of the greatest kickers of all time, has been missing kicks left and right. I think against us, he missed 3 kicks. He missed like 2 extra points and a field goal, I believe, or 2 field goals and a extra point, something like that. But kickers have been missing all season long, and this is the scariest. I am more scared for Jake Elliott going into the playoffs than I have been in years. I remember last year, people wanted Jake Elliott to be past David Akers and in the greatest Eagles kicker of all time. I'm like, bro, no one can pass David Akers. David Akers was just he was another beast. Jake Elliott is no David Akers. He is no David Akers. After when you look at this season compared to David Akers' worst season, you can't do that. You can't. Jake Elliott is. I'm so scared for Jake Elliott right now. So scared. That's why I truly believe that Nick Sirianni will go for two a lot. He will go for 2 point conversions and he will go for a lot of fourth downs because I don't even think he trusts Jake Elliott right now. Like if it's like 4th and 5, I say go for it. But if it's like 4th and 8 or something, you might as well kick the field goal depending on the placement of the ball. But again, I am not for Jake Elliott. I am not. I absolutely cannot stand Jake Elliott right now. Let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below if you guys are watching this on replay. Okay. So I got the Eagles winning 30-14. That's one. Two, let's go into 3 words or less. 3 words or less on the Philadelphia Eagles. Fly now. We ready. Eagles are ready. There we go. Eagles are ready. And then my player of the game, I'm going to predict my player of the game on both sides of the ball right now. I'm going to go Saquon Barkley on the player of the game for the offensive side of the ball. And defensive side of the ball, I'm going to go with Zach Bond. Zach Bond has been unbelievable this year. Unbelievable. It is truly amazing how Vic Fangio can take him, put him in middle linebacker, and make him one of the best in the league. It is crazy. Zach Bond, he's an all-pro. He's an all-pro linebacker. He's a Pro Bowler this year. Like, Zach Bond deserves everything that he's getting. If he gets an offer to get the bag and the Eagles don't want to match it, go get the bag. He deserves the bag after the year he's had. So, my players in the game are Zach Bond and Saquon Barkley. With that being said, guys, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell on Steampunk Sports and Steampunk Sports Pennsylvania. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's go. Let's go, birds.